This is one of the first of hopefully many contests I'd like to do through Warframe on Twitch. This is a old school Terry capture. Basically, we have 3 people from our clan, Raven's Vale. Eventually, I will add the Discord to that clan, so anyone who is watching content may join. Please stay tuned for that. That will be coming within the next week, as well as a bunch of cool stuff being added to my main YouTube channel. So yeah, for this contest we have 3 people who signed up, and basically they all learned, tri-capping through like either myself or Linty, and I made a few videos of how they could learn how to basically capture Terry, and yeah, we'll get into it. Also, in between runs, we'll have Demon and Kelowna chat with Linty and me. DJ, I guess unfortunately we made a last minute change to invite them. I guess DJ is busy, sadly, but he hopefully can make it into the chat, and we're going to start. Alright, so we are starting off with DJSkyeWolf. And to explain the timer, basically as soon as I saw the Arcwing launcher, I started the timer, and as soon as I see the first lore break is when I end the timer.
Which one was this one again?
DJ's.
This is DJ? Oh, cool.
He's using Trin.
Trin's a cool pick. Yeah, Trin's a cool pick. Yeah, he's a Void Strike Trinity. It's a good build.
Right. He's getting those charges.
That'd be so weird. Not having old Void Strike in a Nairu.
Right.
Let's go. It'll be cool to see that the new one seems like it's way cleaner. But it's gonna be weird.
The new Madurai is so clean, man. It's disgusting. It's gonna get nerfed. It has to get nerfed. Yeah. I'll post a video later on about it.
Well, they're either gonna nerf it or just buff Eidolon. That's their like 2 options. Nerf operators, buff Eidolons, back into the heavens. One, you got 2 options. It's a very simple flowchart.
Right. Okay, I like that he's finishing off with that. It's not a bad use. His amp's a decent setup.
Yeah, 7270 had it named properly too, so that's cool. Good for audience perspective.
Unlike mine that are just named.
Oh, mine are stupid name. I have a weaponized IKEA toaster. I have a overclocked spray tanner.
At least mine are named like for Eidolon or something.
Yeah, no.
Why is he capturing? What? Why? What are you doing?
I don't think he realizes. Oh no, I think I know he's too. He's trying to absorb the charge into his Warframe so he can charge the next one faster. But that's not necessarily the most optimal strat.
True.
I assume it's what he's doing.
I'm guessing he's waiting to charge the lures. They're not charged, I guess.
I can't tell by his color scheme. I think they're charged.
Right?
I don't know.
There's like a.
I don't know what his color scheme is because. Yeah, they're not charged. They're so he has a different color scheme than us.
Honestly, at this point, you just gotta break a limb. In my opinion.
Yeah, like because if you don't do the optimized what is it called Von manipulation to manipulate their he is stuck. I'm proud of this man. He did what I was too lazy to do. Thank you, DJ. Thank you,
Yeah.
DJ. To be fair, I did a stug capture the day I was talking to you, but then I saw a stupid video that like showed a super awesome like video of like him one-shotting limbs with
Oh
one
my
stug
god.
shot. So I reworked my build, and then it didn't work anymore.
Oh,
So I was like, I don't want to do
lol.
this. So that's why I never got
That's
footage.
fair.
Because I did it the night we were talking. Then I revamped my stupid build, and I'm like, I don't want to format again,
Lols.
because I would have to. I completely botched my build.
Dang. So yeah, we finally got a
Oh,
limb
it sucked, but
broke. Um,
spicy, spicy.
yeah, definitely waiting for those bombies. Definitely killed him on some time.
Yeah,
Like you're saying, the
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 Vaunt.
manipulation, the speed charging lures, and he tried to do it at the beginning. Like he waited kind of like at the right spot for twin horns. They just don't always.
There's like a few different ways to do it because there's the twin horns, but then there's also like if you stand at the gate, like when you stand at the gate for a second, they're guaranteed to spawn right there, like in front of the gate. I've never done that because I know about manipulation strategies for spawning vaults, never
Done it.
implemented them. I've played with enough salty Eidolon hunters to be like, no, stop moving, come back, stand right here, we'll hate you forever.
Yeah.
I've I know the strat is there because I've encountered enough salty randoms.
No, it definitely
But
is, and it works. But the problem is you gotta know every. If you really want to do it right,
exactly,
you gotta know every pinpoint. There's so many map
exactly.
pinpoints and turns. I forget. I think you showed me the one guy's video who does a great job at explaining it all. There's definitely amazing tutorials out there for it, but
Yeah, there's a lot of videos.
hmm
Eidolon hunting is now an old Warframe mechanic, which is weird to think. I remember when this was brand freaking new.
right,
Man, this game's getting old.
it is. Uh, I'm guessing he's
It's gonna be weird. They're
running away because
gonna have like Eidolons in space one day. Here's
right.
continue.
He doesn't have Arcane Nullifier, I guess. I don't know why he's
Uh,
running away from that and not just hiding in his Tenno.
cat loss.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder if there's no way to optimize your cat die. Well, I mean, the obvious thing would just be insta kill the Eidolon. That's probably the answer, because
Kill
if you're insta, yeah, kill it faster.
kill it faster. Run a tankier frame. You know,
Yeah, but that's not really the best strat,
I
cause
mean,
like
Chroma's
you could run a
tanky and
tankier.
does enough damage.
Yeah, but Chroma's not what it used to be.
It's not. I mean, Oberon's pretty tanky too, and I think Oberon you can.
Yeah, Oberon's a better pick. That's a better example. Oberon at
Yeah.
least has
Plus, you could
like
then heal it.
yeah, exactly. Oberon's got more merit than Chroma. Sadly, Chroma kind of got evicted.
Yeah. I don't know though. If they ever fix Mirage, I might be going back to Chroma. I'm not gonna lie.
It's say it again. If they fix Mirage, they'll go.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
it's a,
Mirage thing
Mirage
right
is
now.
busted right now.
Yeah,
Ah, I'm following now. That's what I meant.
but he's also using the Natterup. It's not a bad choice.
Yeah, and notice that. Like, yeah, that's pretty cool. I've heard people talk about the Natteruk for Eidolons. I've never done it myself because I've just always had a bad experience with bows in Eidolon hunts. But this one seems to be working fine.
Yeah,
And the Natteruk is freaking spicy.
it's good.
So it's
It can
definitely
one shot everything if you got the right build. I don't even think you need a Riven. It's just you gotta align that crit buff. You have to align that like crit or that like there's that way to
yeah.
guarantee crit. If you don't align it, then it's okay. It's like a glorified Artemis bow almost. Less shots but more damage.
I wonder why he's not aiming for the head. That's interesting.
Mhm.
Because he's kind of going for like a bunch of body shots there.
Yeah. He aimed up
Might not.
there.
Yeah, that last one he did, but the what was it? He was aiming mostly body shots. Yes, he's doing mostly body shots.
Yeah.
Wonder if he's not aware that headshots are a thing on Eidolons?
Oh,
They most certainly are.
right. Always go for the head, especially with
Oh yeah.
arcanes.
Oh yeah. Only time it doesn't matter, like for whatever it's called, for breaking shields, but even then use headshot mechanics to activate certain arcanes.
Yeah.
Nice. Sub 9 minutes. Not too bad.
Right. Yeah, so we got 857. Not bad, you know. Pretty solid, pretty clean
Yeah.
run, I feel. Uh
Yeah, it never went down. What's it called? Yeah, the only thing he really like slipped up on was the what is it called? The Vombi spawns, which is kind of out of his control. There's a way to do it, but it's super technical.
yeah.
Unfortunately, please. And then the not aiming for the head on last phase.
Yeah. No, definitely I agree.
But
The Volumies got the best of them in that run and you know, a few other things, little things. Again, like I said, I feel if he just took a few shots earlier, popped some limbs, could have brought it down a few seconds.
and then what's it called? Since he was just going for Terry, he could have skipped the revive on his cat because your cat's vital for a long run because you want to get that random damage bonus. But because it's just Terry losing that 15 seconds,
Yeah,
it probably wasn't worth it. But that's kind of nitpicking at that point.
true, true. Yeah, no, I agree. But all right, well, as I said, let me just double check. Is DJ free by any chance? I've not heard from him. So we will move on then and go to the next run. And yeah, unless you got anything to add, Linty.
Nope. I just really admire this man for carrying the Stug where I could not. My burden of laziness and just not wanting to play Warframe. I respect him immensely. I'm happy that he pulled it out once just to show he had
Lols.
it.
All right.
What's better is he promised he would do it too, so he followed through with the promise. So that's it makes it even better. He told me to do it. He told me he would do it. I forgot he said he'd do it.
That's great.
You can even see it on his if he has that on display. That's
All
great.
right. Fashion, showing it off. All right. Now we have.
See, it looks like is it night? Is it nighttime?
Yeah, yeah, that's nighttime.
Oh wow, it looks very bright.
Right.
It's weird.
That's how I have mine set up, man. I have my settings super bright.
Oh, that's what's happening. Okay, that makes more sense. Because I was about to say, I'm like, what the crap? What? Does he have his draw distance like super low? But no,
No,
that's fine.
no. That's what I mean. That's what I have my settings even when I do idle on hunts.
Oh, that's crazy.
Mm. Ah, yes, the good old lore. But all right now, Dark Fenrir wanted to point out he is running a what level Mirage? His Mirage is like very, very low level, apparently.
There's a lot of health for a little open Mirage.
Right? Gotta see when he pops out of his arc
Oh
wall.
no, he's an Elytron. He's an
Yeah.
Elytron. I'm dumb.
Oh
I
yeah.
did not put two and two together. Oh, he's 400 health. Yeah. What? I'm curious what level he is then.
400. That's a level. It's a level 0.
So he's able to access his abilities purely by mastery rank. Then I'm assuming.
Yeah. Well, remember they made the changes. You have all your skills
Yeah, no,
unlocked.
I know.
That's great.
Pretty funny. I like the operator fashion.
All right, I'm assuming we are charging with Moderai. I'm just taking a guess. That's what we're doing here.
Yeah. So I see a lot of speedrunners do is they basically they take the assumption that they're going to burn a mountain of energy pads. So what they'll do instead of using their Arcwing, or well, no, this is old strats. This is old strats. Doesn't exist anymore. But in old strats, what was it? You would just fly everywhere with your operator,
Yep.
charging Void Strike as you went, and then just spam energy pads
In the air.
in the air. Yeah, in the air, and then you would use the quick bind to pull them out instead of your gear wheel.
Yep.
So then you could fly to the very edge of the map. You could fly everywhere you needed to go, and have about like a small charge of Void Strike. And if you had to go to Amp and like a Volt Shield, you could one tap shields real quick. So that was that's like the super optimized strat. Like I feel like this could be a little bit faster for sure.
No, 100%. Yeah, no, that definitely. I
Yeah.
remember doing that. I remember people would
Yeah.
be in their arc wings, and I'd be like, zoop, 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 and like new people running with me would be like, why is there an energy pad in there? And I'd be like, don't worry about it. Just accept it. It's a way of life.
Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Um. So yeah, definitely this time could have been used.
Yeah, I definitely say the biggest thing would just be getting whatever it's called, quick binds or hotkeys. Getting hotkeys would help him immensely
Yeah.
because he spends like a solid 20 plus seconds in the gear wheel,
Uh-huh.
like accumulatively.
Yeah.
So that could just help with momentum and just keeping pace.
Mhm.
So gear wheel could be better.
Definitely. The nice thing with that time is he did at least get one charged lore. And we're looking at least one charged.
Yeah, he did do
So
that,
that's good.
which is nice. Yeah,
Do we
nice damage.
forget the pop? Oh, there we go. Gotta hate that when you
Good
forget to
damage with that
pop your
Rudico.
skills.
Oh, is that what happened? Ah, it's a bigger.
Mm. Yeah, the baby numbers at first.
Yeah. Interesting amp choice. I don't think I've seen the Grand New Prism in a long time. That's what he's using, right? The grenade launcher amp.
I think so. Yeah.
That's what it looks like. That was my old go-to in ancient times
Mm-hmm.
before Fortuna existed.
Yeah. What was that?
But Clamora, yeah, Clamora is like really good. Well, especially now in new school. I don't.
Oh
It's
yeah.
not called new school, but like in whatever it's called, whatever the new update's called.
But yeah,
The
this.
something of the Angels of Taco Bell. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Angels of Zimmerman.
That thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
Yeah.
Uh,
Major
yeah.
changes with that new amp. Honestly, I'm curious to
For
see some of the other amps because that Model I change is so strong.
Well, like now, there'd be not really any there's no reason to do a burst damage amp anymore because nothing really synergizes with that. You
Hmm.
really just want a sustained damage amp.
Yeah, you want mag dump.
Like the all exactly, and the only thing that has a burst damage sustain combo would be the Clamora. And there is nothing else that I could think of at least.
There's that one that
Is
does like
there?
that tiny little stream that goes through walls really well.
Oh, that's the flamethrower amp, the Lega Prism.
Yeah.
Because the Clamora is like a Hamehameha mag dump.
Yeah.
And then the Lega, but that one doesn't have that one's not a mag dump though. It's like a flamethrower. It's literally the Ignis duct tape to your forearm, but it's called an amp for some reason.
Yeah. Well, we got all the limbs popped pretty quickly.
Spicy. The damage is pretty good. I like the fact I found interesting he's using Void Strike to pop limbs alongside Breaking Shield, which since he's just doing Terror List, that makes sense. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah,
So
100%.
that was a neat play. I like the bragging rights of doing it level 0. That's I enjoy that.
Right.
I'm glad these people are clowning around in my stead. That makes me feel.
Honestly,
Oh, that was a big that was a
oh,
big oof.
that stomped. Dang.
I wonder if there's gonna be like general changes to all the. Oh, nice 722. That's not bad at all.
Nope, nope. All right.
Nice, very nice.
So, for the most part, pretty solid run. You know, you know, after grabbing the first lure, sitting there charging, I'm glad he used the time to charge a lure. Um, Definitely agree. I think that was a bit of time that could have been improved on, moving forward, you know.
Yeah,
And then that death at the end was,
yeah, it's just fortunate. Just
ah,
ate a foot.
yep, that foot, man. That foot is scary. I don't know how many solo runs I've done, even with like maxed Oberon, Phoenix Renewal, and I see that Phoenix Renewal pop, and I'm like, oh, where did that come
Oh,
from?
noted.
you
You
know,
know, Ganchilus and Hydralus foot have squished a mini Atteno.
oh, dude, Terry's foot does it too, man. It's something about that. Just when it comes down, if you're right there, you're that's it. You're done. You're out. um, you got anything, Lindsay?
Sorry, I was eating a Taki. No, what's it called? The main thing I would say is just quick binds on the equipment to speed that up if he wants to use equipment. So like with the energy pad, instead of going through gear wheel and looking through everything, it'd be a lot faster if he knew exactly what he's going to do, and then just pop it that way. Like because I have it bound to the left on my D-pad, and I can just spam those bad boys out. And
Yeah.
that's also ties into the spamming them out midair while you're void dashing, which is still an older strat, doesn't exist anymore. But
No.
for old school strats, that was the, and then just getting closer to the to Terry while he was charging probably would have been a good idea. There's not really any advantage from staying that far away. Because he could be moving, looking for that he could be looking for those while he was charging, instead of just standing in one spot, 300 meters away from Terry.
True. And while
But generally,
charging, you could take a few pop shots off of Terry and kind of hit two targets at once.
I just be looking for Von Bush for the most part. I usually don't have to charge too much when it's just Terry, so
True.
I haven't done like a super dedicated Terry run.
Right. But all right. So we do have Demon in the booth with us. I have him unmuted now. So yeah, or Dark Fenrir. Sorry, your old name. I
Yeah.
apologize. Um. So yeah, how'd you feel overall? What's your thoughts and stuff?
I don't know. Just did it for shits and giggles more than anything.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Pretty solid
That's why
run.
the Mirage. That's why the Mirage was level 0. I was like, what am I gonna use? Mirage.
Yeah, I noticed. You mentioned before we started that you really wanted me to look at that, and you know, like I said, I did pre-edit the timer on, but I didn't actually look at anything, and then seeing, oh wow, level 0. Like, you know, as we can see, it's definitely been 4 mode. I'm gonna take a guess, like 4,
Prob-
4,
no.
5.
Nope.
No, how many 4 modes? I'm curious.
3.
3? Alright, that's not bad. It's a pretty solid. You definitely got the build for it. You know. Um so yeah. Any last words before we continue on?
Not enough Stug.
No. Screw the Stug. Screw the Stug.
All right.
That thing's a trash can.
All right. And now we have Kelowna's run.
Going with Rhino. It's an interesting choice.
Mm-hmm. That's a very old school choice.
For sure. Not a bad choice per se.
It's not. He's tanky. Iron Skin is great. Roar's a decent buff.
I don't see any helmet abilities. That's interesting.
Mm-mm.
Wait, is there? No, it's Smite. There's Smite. He has Smite.
His first one's
So he is a Smite.
right?
Yeah, his first ability is Smite. So he has a Smite Roar Rhino. It's not too bad at all.
No. Very powerful. Okay, we're going with that amp.
Oh, nice. Okay, so he's going for
He's
one
going,
of the
going for
fancier amps.
the big boy model I won. He's going straight in it too. Not even worried about charges.
That's an interesting strat.
You know what I like about that amp too? Any vommies in the area are gonna get clapped.
Oh yeah, no, I love that about that amp too. That's the whatever that part of the amp is called. It's probably my favorite so because it's so good for trash clearing. Like even outside of Eidolons, it's really nice for just general trash clearing.
100.
Like if you need to break a bunch of boxes, kill some level 30 enemies, and you just only have a sniper rifle, or just you didn't bring a super nuke AoE weapon, you just need to deal small amounts of light damage. It's pretty good. It's got really good crit stats. So it can dish out decent damage. So it's nice. And then it is good against Eidolons, though it kind of has like a finicky hitbox. So you gotta have some definitely gotta practice if you want to go for like the full fledged one shot against Eidos.
Yeah, no, its hitbox is definitely wonky, but if you can nail it,
Yeah.
it's. I've said it on stream
Yeah.
before. I've said it in videos before. You get that, you nail that, and you are one of the fastest speedrunners out there. You know?
Yeah, it's definitely good. Like, and there's like a lot of different ways to do it. Well, I mean, there's a few, not a lot. There's a few different ways because like there's the aiming to the Eidolon. I think the Eidolon's the weirder one. Can't quite see what's going on at the moment. Okay, now I can. But what is it called? They're the main strat is like aiming for the Eidolon's body. I think I'm not sure exactly where you're supposed to aim, but the other one I did see was the guy would pop out underneath the Eidolon and shoot his Warframe, and that would detonate it instantly and make it a lot more reliable. I don't know how that works exactly or how much you got to charge to get that to work. But that does definitely have promise for sure because that's going to make it all a heck of a lot easier on you because aiming that crap ain't particularly fun.
Yeah, I've noticed like the back of the knee sometimes works really well. If you get like
Okay.
just that right shot off the knee area, but it's just I don't know. It's wonky
Yeah.
for old school. New school, I
Oh,
curious
new
to
new schools
see.
look new school is going to be Kimura. I can't imagine it being anything else.
Yeah, I don't know though. I mean, with the cooldown timer, if you can get an amp to break the shield without using the abilities, that would be ideal nowadays. But this run is
I,
flying, man. We already got
uh,
one charge, 3 limbs pop.
Yeah, it's definitely going smooth for sure. It definitely feels like the most I would say like the most smooth run so far.
For sure.
Everything else kind of got caught on a hitch somewhere, but this one's like
Easy.
consistent. Like the only thing I can think of is he got knocked away by the Eidolon like once.
Yeah.
That's not that much of a crime.
Nah. Honestly, like, even though nothing's one-shotting, he's got Rubico, and
Yeah,
you can shoot fast enough with that.
exactly. Yeah, because like the Rhino is not necessarily meta by any chance, but he's confident in his pick and he's showing up with it. Just doing a solid job for sure.
Exactly.
It's like stuff that's not meta doesn't mean it's bad, especially in Warframe. Freaking Warframe, something's not meta. That means it's godlike in its own right, but meta just means it kills everything in the hallway you're standing in and the next 3 hallways. Not meta means it still kills everything in the hallway. You just
Exactly.
gotta like actually walk her to the next hallway. Um,
Right.
which is like, man, such an inconvenience.
Mm. Alright, we're back to damaging the shields. Tiny little hiccup there with the Volley calls. Couldn't get that limp
Yeah, it's
up,
best.
but,
That was a big oof.
you know. Transferring in and out pretty quickly to get quick movement back. I would
Yeah, they
usually suggest going into Arcwing with hotkeys. Getting a blinking back in with a Warframe is very quick, but you know,
hotkeys for sure. Hotkeys are extremely valuable.
dude, 100%.
But yeah, once you start using hotkeys, you never go back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One thing I've noticed, I think all three of these guys have been doing is breaking Vommy shields with their weapons. Like, I know they've been killing them with their amps as well, but I think that
Mm-hmm.
sometimes some things players forget is that you can most certainly take out Vommies with your current weapons equipped. Something I don't even really do too often, but I'm just focused solely on the idol. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
Yeah. I mostly just use the whatever it's called, the thing on the amp. The It's like Propa Scaffold. I think that's what it's called. Propa Scaffold, just to quick clear him because 2 shots and you clear him pretty fast.
Yep.
I am curious what the build on his amp is because he shoots a lot of freaking Propa grenades out. And like
Yeah.
I typically get 2 shots, and he's shooting out like 3 or 4, so he has to be
Really?
running a different
Huh.
whatever it's called it.
I think I get
Because
3
like
or
when
4.
I don't know, I'd have to double check. Because like normally I shoot. No, that's what it is. I remember now. I shoot 2 because that's the timing it takes to what is it called before it blows up in your face.
Mm.
I just shoot 2 and go back on my Warframe. So that's why I get 2.
Oh, and there we have it. Kelowna with a
Nice.
719, Dark Fenrir with a 722, and DJ with an 857. So overall, you know, Kelowna's run, um, fairly smooth. Few little hiccups here and there. Honestly, like, really showing off that just because your weapon, I can tell, like, his weapon, his buffs, they're not the highest, right? He's not one-shotting
Yeah.
anything. But it just shows that you don't need to one-shot to clear this content. It's fairly clearable,
Oh, for sure.
and
No, yeah. Eidolons can definitely be pushed through sheer like force of will. The one-shotting thing comes into efficiency if you want to grind it out as efficiently
exactly.
possible. But if you want to clear content, you could do a freaking anything. Like I did it with a Stug. I just don't have footage of it. I will have the footage one day.
Yes, one day,
Uh,
one day.
but, well, one day when I actually want to play Warframe. Uh, but
Right.
no, so like you can do it with anything in Warframe. Like I've seen ridiculous. I've seen people do it like one tapping limbs with a freaking what is it called? The Bronco, a single Bronco. So you can do it with enough
Dude.
creativity and determination.
Yeah.
And then, of course, having the good stuff helps,
It
but you
definitely
do
does.
eidolons to get the good stuff. So like this is a good gateway into late in game.
No,
So, um,
100%. And, I wasn't able to see too clearly, but I'm going to go off on a limb and say that none of these guys really have crazy arcane builds. Like, I know when I run my stuff, my epitaph hits so hard, not just because of, like, sure, I have a ribbon, sure, I know what I'm doing, but I also utilize, like, pistol arcane, and there's ones for snipers, and when you get a headshot, and you could start timing crazy stuff, and, you don't need that stuff. Like, as Linty said, it's more efficient, but you don't need it for any of that. Um,
yeah, you can play however you want. Warframe gives you the freedom to do that, and just like
exactly.
there's definitely a slant towards hyper efficiency, because Warframe is also a very grindy game. So you have the freedom to do whatever you want on a very,
Exactly.
very, very long timetable, which is kind of where the filter for efficiency comes in.
Right? How many
do,
tri-caps
do,
can I fit in a night so I can get my arcades up?
do you want to do this over the course of the next 6 months or the next 3 years? That's kind of the
Exactly.
question.
Um, but yeah, honestly, all three runs were really smooth. We
The
also
sad thing is
have.
that the 3 years would actually be a realistic time scale for doing the Orphix, farming arcanes through Orphix.
Oh, dude,
Uh,
I wish I farmed
yeah,
those
that
events more.
no,
But
no. I mean, like they put it in the game, but the arcane drops are so bad it would
oh,
take you 3 years to get all the
no one
sets
would
from
do
the
it
modern
then.
version.
Why would you play
No, it
that?
exists. No,
I
it
mean, oh
exists.
yeah, to have the content to play.
No,
No.
no, no. Like it's like it's in Railjack. Like it is that bad.
Oh, you're
No one
talking.
plays it.
Okay, yeah. No, that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah. It is that bad. It's sad, but
Yeah,
anyways, continue. I cut you off.
you're good. You're good. So I'm unmute Kelowna, and there we go. So yeah, Kelowna, how do you feel about that run overall?
It was the best run that I had.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, very interesting. You picked Rhino. What were your thoughts about picking Rhino out of
Just surviving the Eidolon.
survivability? All right. So you weren't worried about
Spicy.
damage. You were. I mean, that's really cool. That's cool to know. You wanted to
Spicy.
survive. Can't do DPS on the floor, as we say, and the Terra
Um,
community. The floor DPS don't get the job done.
Unless you run that one mod to boost your damage while you're down.
You know what, Lindsay? We got to do an Eidolon hunt where every limb we pop, we do on the ground.
We run the mod that gives us more damage down, and the mod that lets us stay down longer.
That would be so.
It's genius.
But
You mean the most useless rare mod in the game?
hey, it's okay. There's a lot of those, like Peculiar
No, even
Bloom.
better. Even better. That makes you pull out your secondary. We'll do it with a stug.
But
I'll never understand anybody's fascination with the Coom launcher.
I just think it's a cool gun. I loved it as a noob. That's literally it. I just thought it was a cool sci-fi weapon.
right. So yeah. Overall, fairly decent run, Kelowna. As everyone can see,
Very,
the times on the
very
screen.
spicy.
DJ has informed me he is available, so I will send him a party invite so we can get
Yay!
his
DJ.
perspective on his run. A little out of order, but before I do that, Lindsay, you got anything else for Kelowna?
Just same thing I said with everyone. But hotkeys. Those are just like they're like it's not even just optimizing stuff. It's just for your own sanity. Those things are freaking fantastic. You can do a lot of funny stuff with them. You can do good stuff, bad stuff. I spam 1,000 energy pads just because I can, and that's just fun. You can use it for your arc gun, your arc wing, all that stuff. I recommend hotkeys highly. They'll speed things up and just make your life easier, and also help with carpal tunnel not setting in, which I recommend. Or it might make it worse. Either way, I'm not sure.
Right. Hotkeys are key. But all right. So yeah, overall, um, solid work. Solid work. All right. We're gonna mute Kelowna and then unmute DJ. Maybe. If there we go. There's DJ. All right, DJ. So tell us, were you able to catch your run as we were going over stuff?
No, I was not.
Oh, all right. Well, overall, you did a fairly good run. We were very impressed that you used Trinity. Damage was pretty good. I think the biggest thing that both Linty and me had for your run was that
You use the Stug, and I'm very proud of you.
yes, he's very proud of the stung choice. The Vomalist. I think you definitely
Yeah, you got screwed by the vommies for sure.
Yeah, and honestly,
Yeah.
when times come like that, I think both Linty and I can agree that the best thing would be just pop a limb, go for it, hope that they start spawning and keep pushing forward. Kind of notice like not that you sat there and waited, but like you kind of were just trucking along like, all right, well, what's there to do? And that definitely could have cut your time down quite a bit. The damage was there, everything else was pretty much there.
Yeah.
It was just that, the volumes got you a little. And then Linty also had a good point about the Kavat. I don't know if Linty would like to share that again.
Yeah, what's it called? So you revived your Kavat, which is a totally rational decision, and a Tridolon cap. But what was it, since you were just going for Terry? The 15 seconds it took you to revive him probably wasn't worth it. You probably could have just gone pushed through without your cat, just because the cost of reviving it probably would I'm not sure if you got like a big boon from reviving your cat. I think you probably could have been fine without it, just because that's a big time loss right there. If the Eidolon was down and you were waiting for him to get up, that's perfect timing. There's nothing else to do in that moment.
Right.
But otherwise, yeah, no, what's it called? That was the cat. I don't remember what else there was. There's something else. I don't quite recall off the top of my head. I'll see if I remember.
Well, worst comes to worst, this will be posted to the tube of the Youps. And, yeah. You'll be able to catch Linty and Mai's reaction if you want to rewatch it there. I think Twitch will also save it for a week, so, reruns are available.
Right.
But, yep. So,
Spicy.
alright, I'm going to unmute both Demon and Kelowna along with DJ now, as we are going to wrap up the stream. I'll play the rest of the video out for a bit. And yeah, so congratulations, you all three have excelled crazy far, and I'm very happy with all your progress. I know at the beginning when I started doing these videos a few months back, you guys came to me and you're like, haven't really done it too much. I'm always used to people carrying me. I want to learn. And you've definitely showed that you guys have learned what you're doing, and it's really cool to see the progress come from, to being with groups and playing a support role that you guys are used to or going to get lures to now you guys, are doing your whole tri-cap, so very proud of that. As I mentioned in the Discord, there is a reward. I will be getting those rewards to you guys out if you want right after we shut the stream off. So if you want to meet me in the dojo, we can do that now. If you guys get like, no, I gotta go, I got stuff, hit me up. We'll get those out whenever you guys are free. I am free quite often now, so. But yeah, any other words from Linty contestants?
No,
I
not
think
really.
it wraps it up.
Oh,
Wraps it up pretty
Terra.
nicely.
Yeah.
I'm going to attempt to do a Terry Cat with the Velt.
The hell? I feel like I tried that.
It's that super disappointing rifle.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
looks cool, but man, the stats are just sad. It's like, oh.
Hey, honestly,
Yeah.
I'm sure Terry Cap with that thing, you got, 40 minutes to do it?
Oh, I got a Riven.
I'm
You can do it faster than that. It's just not. It's not gonna be fun. It's not gonna be pretty per se.
It's not, but sadly, let's be honest. I captured, Terry with Titania's pistols. I'm pretty sure anything can capture Terry.
No.
if you try hard
Titania's
enough.
pistols. Titania's
Titania's
pistols have
pistols
better stats than the Velt. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
the
the Velt
Velt-
has the lowest base stats in the for a primary weapon in the game.
Doesn't
No,
it
it's got the
have
lowest
crit,
base.
though?
It's got the lowest base crit for sniper rifles, I think. Or is it even a sniper rifle? It's just generally.
It's a marksman rifle.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
like-
kind of. Yeah, it's just kind of weird. It's not good.
Well,
That's
Oh,
why
shower.
Terry Cat.
Oh,
you have fun with that.
No, I've changed it.
But
I will.
yeah, I'm gonna end the stream here, and this will be posted, like I said, probably Monday. I'm gonna try and get this out Monday. We'll see. If not, definitely sometime this upcoming week. Thank you everyone who came out to the stream. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, please tune into more stuff. I plan to be doing way more Warframe stuff along with other games, along with I want to do more clan competitions. So you all, whoever's viewing, everyone who's come out, people who know, that I'll be shouting out multiple Discord servers on this channel, on my YouTube. Beautiful Burp by Demon.
Excellent. 8 out of 10.
And yeah, I definitely am excited to see what's to come with all this stuff. That's about it. I hope you all have a good night.